Konbanwa minasan, Christy Bryant with the Austin Oita Sister City Committee. I hope you are doing really well tonight. Sheltering in place. We were just informed yesterday in Austin that we are going to be sheltering in place until May 8th, so it continues. Our programming goes through April 30th, and you will be rewarded for watching, sharing, liking. Contest details are on our website. It goes active today, April 15th. And we hope you play, share the content with others, and we just really appreciate you. We have some really awesome prizes, $100 gift cards to Kome Restaurant, Texas Sake, Kinokuniya Bookstore, and Asahi Imports. So play often. The winners will be chosen randomly, and we will be announcing those probably May 1st or 2nd. Tonight, so excited, we have J Fashion with Kristina, aka CybrGrl. I know a little bit about J Fashion, fashion from Japan, and you're going to learn so much more tonight. So without further ado, Julianne Crute will be welcoming our guest. Here we go, Kristina and Julianne, take it away.
Thanks so much, Christy. We're here today with Kristina of CybrGrl, who's also designer of Candy Trap, and so glad to have you. We're very excited. I'm hoping you guys are having a good time this Wednesday evening, and we're going to talk about J Fashion. Now, Kristina, can you tell us what J Fashion is and why it's not just what everybody in Japan wears? Like, why is the definition not just what you can go to a mall and buy in Japan?
Yeah, for sure. So J Fashion, for those of y'all who don't know, it's the short form of saying Japanese street fashion. So Japanese street fashion are styles that originated from Japan, and there's a wide range of styles that is in this umbrella of Japanese street fashion. One of the most popular styles that are that's really popular right now, like internationally, even outside of Japan, is Lolita fashion. And Lolita fashion it's a very modest style that is inspired by Victorian and Rococo fashion. So it's like really beautiful, elegant dresses in, you can see them in like a cupcake shape, like the skirt would be in a cupcake shape or an A-line shape, and is really, really beautiful, or it can be cute, or even in that style itself, there's so many different sub-styles in it. So, you know, you could be wearing Sweet Lolita, which is like very pastel, candy themes, or Gothic Lolita on the other hand, which is very dark and like bats and crosses and stuff like that. So,
well, it's kind of, because I came from the goth background, Gothic Lolita is more like if goths decided to be Lolita. And Lolita's got a lot of ruffles and lots of petticoats, and it's kind of like a spin-off where, you know, some things went steampunk direction and some things went more Gothic Lolita. So it's popular in the Gothic community as well. So it's a bit of a crossover.
So it's not just like, so that's the beauty of J Fashion. You know, there's not just one specific style. You know, there's just so many different kinds of styles. Like, for example, what I'm wearing right now is called Decora fashion. And it's called Decora because you decorate yourself from head to toe with many layers of like clothing and accessories. So that's why I'm wearing like a lot of necklaces and hair clips on my bangs. And like I have my arm warmers and stuff like that. So it's a really fun style, and it's like my personal favorite. And I really love like how I feel whenever I wear it. So it's like a form of expression for me and for many other people who wear J Fashion. It's very empowering.
So how did you first get involved in this style and the community especially?
Yeah, so I first found out about J Fashion when I was in elementary school. So after school, I would go to the bookstore or the library, and I would go to like the manga section and look through all the books and manga and read for like hours. And then, but one day I randomly stumbled across Fruits magazine. Now, Fruits magazine it was established in 1997, if I'm not mistaken, by a photographer who would take pictures of kids in the Harajuku district of Tokyo. And in that area, kids would like meet up during the weekends to dress up in like really fun, wild styles. which is essentially J fashion. Like kids would dress up in J fashion and hang out with their friends, and they would get their pictures taken. And so I was flipping through the book, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never seen anything like this before. Because at that time I was living in Singapore, and it's not like something that you see every day out on the street. Like usually people wear like casual clothing, like t-shirt and jeans. And so I was like really excited by it. I was like, oh my gosh, like it looks like an anime or a manga, like stuff that I read. Like this is so cool, like real people wearing that. And so, like after that, I started researching as I grew older. I didn't actually like wear J fashion when I was younger because my parents, they were the one who would dress me. So like I didn't really have a say in like what I could wear. I would just like, wear whatever they gave me. But then it wasn't until I had my son, where I like finally had the courage to like, just say F it and like wear what I want to wear.
And be yourself, really.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for our viewers who don't know, Harajuku is a district in Tokyo, and it's been sort of the heart of very casual Western-inspired fashion since, well, back to the 50s, really, but it got going more in the 70s, where it was the first place where you could really buy jeans. And then the 80s it became goth. Goth stores are still there. Definitely go there. And now it's just a little bit of everything. And in fact, the real cutting edge street fashion is kind of moved outside of it, but we still call it Harajuku fashion, even though it's more, some of it's more in Shibuya and Urahara and the area around there, but it's all the same part of Tokyo, basically. So, this time we are kind of talking about Tokyo, but this fashion is found everywhere in Japan. So, so next question is, what types of, I know you and I know, but what types of events are there in Austin? And we'll be talking about some of these later in the month, but go ahead and just like what types of community are there? Because I know that it's not just like anime conventions. There are other meetups and activities and events. So
so the great thing about the Austin community, the Austin J fashion community is very, very active. And even the Texas community in general, like people, we often, well, not right now, but usually we would have meetups once a month, and we usually post them on the ATX Lolita's Facebook page. So if anybody is interested in that, or who want to learn about J fashion, or who want to meet other people who wear J fashion, I would definitely recommend looking up the ATX Lolita's Facebook page. So that's where we, post the meetups and like other kinds of info, or if you have questions or stuff like that. I would also recommend K Club Facebook page, so KEI Club Facebook page. So they are a Houston-based. So the group of people who started, they're from Houston, and it's not really just like for people in Texas, but literally anywhere in the world that you live in. It's just for people, who enjoy Japanese street fashion to like come together and like share their styles and ideas and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really great place, especially right now, we can't really go out. So that's a great place to meet other J fashion lovers out there. But, like I was saying, usually when this kind of stuff is not happening, like you said, anime conventions, that's a really great place to meet other J fashion people. And then the meetups, and then, we sometimes have these things called tea parties. And tea parties is people usually dress up in Lolita fashion, or you can wear whatever you want to. There's not really like a set kind of thing, but that's usually like the setting, because like I said, it's like Victorian and Rococo inspired clothing. So you want to look elegant with your tea and stuff.
Just to interject a little, so the entire scene is also kind of bonded around the concept of kawaii. Which for our followers, of course, that's the Japanese word for cute. And so especially things like K Club is not just fashion. I say that because I'm the food writer. So we do also do things like food and home decor and other things like that. So it's all, when you go to these tea parties, it's all about the cute, the kawaii. And so you may not be wearing Lolita fashion with all the ruffles, but as long as it's something cute and adorable and, you know, happy and that kind of thing. So those are all acceptable. You know, it doesn't have to be a specific Japanese style. You can still come to one of these events and just wearing something that's inspired by it.
Yeah.
So, because there's so many options already on the market, what inspired you to create your own brand?
So I decided to start Candy Trap after I kind of realized that I couldn't really find many bright neon clothing out there. So if you ever try to look for like J fashion clothing, it's either really pastel or really gothic. And I'm neither one of those. And so I wanted to, you know, create like a space for people who really love bright colors, and also people who are like above a size L or XL. Because usually when you buy like Japanese clothing from Japanese brands, they market it or label it as like one size. And, you know, not everybody is one size. So I wanted to like not make it so exclusive, like have more inclusive sizing. And, oh my gosh, sorry.
It's okay.
Is it okay?
No, that's perfectly fine. Anytime you want to stop, I can help you fill in because, yeah, I mean, I wear a lot of Japanese clothing, but I will say that if you're above a size 10, it's difficult. I mean, what I'm wearing right now is from a brand that's Japanese inspired, but out of California, and even a lot of their free size stops at size 10 or 12. So it can be very difficult, especially in America where the average size is 14, and you just, you know, you can't find anything in that size. So yeah, I do love the fact that yours are all rainbow colored and they're very bright because I'm not a pastels person. I love the vibrant or the dark, and yeah, it's a little bit different. But what is it like to be designing for a fashion style that's associated with Japan, but you're selling in an American market? I mean, are you just trying to stick with like North American sales, or are you hoping to go everywhere?
Oh no, for sure, everywhere. I actually recently had a customer from Japan, and I was just like freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, like it's all coming full circle. Like it felt so great that like even overseas, like people actually enjoy like the things that I design, and so I was like getting really emotional about that. But like you know, the thing with J fashion is it's not just like a one part of the world kind of deal. Like I said, with Lolita fashion, it's gone global, and with J fashion, it's a global thing. So the reason why like I started my brand and I have all my social media is to just continue encouraging and inspiring other people to maybe try the style and see whether they like it. And you know, yeah, it's just even if I am based in America, like I said, like I don't want to be exclusive. I want to welcome as many people as possible, even in or out of America. So yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit what products you have now, and then what may be coming up for Candy Trap?
So right now, I recently came out with a line of polymer clay earrings. I've been really into polymer clay. It's a lot of fun, but a lot of hard work to make. Yeah, so I like to make like anime characters or just like game characters. I made like Kirby earrings, Sonic earrings for those of y'all who like those games. And then like my brand Candy Trap, me, I designed a lot of like bright rainbow colored clothing, but soon I have a new collection coming out that's going to be inspired by fruits. So not fruits in magazine, but like fruits in general. So like apples and oranges and bananas and stuff. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people will enjoy that. So yeah, eat your fruits and veggies.
Awesome. So tell us where they can find your stuff.
So you can find my brand Candy Trap candy-trap.com. And you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Now I recently started TikTok because of this whole quarantine thing, at cybr.grl. That's CybrGrl. So if you have any questions about J Fashion, if you're curious about anything, feel free to hit me up. I'm more than happy to help, and yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, hopefully someday in the future, maybe we can do like some fashion show for you or something. But certainly if this stay at home goes on for a long time, we'll be looking for a lot more material. But we really appreciate your time. I hope you get a lot of new people coming to look at your site, and definitely just to remind everybody, it's ATX Lolitas on Facebook, and also K Club, which is KEI Club, which is an e-zine. So go ahead, order the next issue. Talk to me if you want cute food. In fact, I will be doing a kawaii bento demonstration coming up, not this Friday, but the following Friday, about doing character bento. So I know. So I haven't decided what characters yet, but honestly, right now it's kind of what food coloring I can find that's in stock at HEB right now, because we keep going for things and they're like, oh, sorry, we're sold out. But we will be covering kawaii food later this month, and K-Club I will be covering parfaits in the next episode. So how to do those glorious, gigantic Japanese parfaits at home. So if you're interested in kawaii things, stick with us later this month. We've got more to show you, and we'll also be talking to the owner and manager of OkashiCon on the 30th. So Melissa will be here. We'll talk about OkashiCon and all of the cool women creators in fashion and games that we'll be hosting hopefully later this year if we're allowed to. So thanks again, Kristina. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Back to Christy. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Kristina, aka CybrGrl. That was fascinating. We appreciate you coming on the show. Tomorrow, so pleased to bring back Kome Restaurant, Japanese cooking with Kome. The Austin Oita Sister City Committee would like to thank our sponsors: City of Austin Cultural Arts Division, TEL, First Texas Honda, Best of Austin Living Team at Keller Williams Realty, Bruce Gardner Insurance and Investments. This project is supported in part by the Cultural Arts Division of the City of Austin Economic Development Department. Thank you to Austin and Oita City Hall and staff. Thank you to Austin Sister Cities International, Sister Cities International. Thank you to the board members who made this possible: Julianne, Marie, Miho, Susan, and Christy. Thank you to all the AOSCC board members who regularly volunteer their time. For more information about the Austin Oita Sister City Committee, visit us at austinoita.org. That's austinoita.org, or check us out on Facebook.